here. My name is Kat and I make houseplant videos here on Good and Planty. If you just so happen to absolutely love this video, please consider liking it, commenting, subscribing, or following me on Instagram. All of these things help me grow my channel like a plant. Today we're doing a little houseplant chores Q&A. I have a few different chores I want to get done. I have a repotting, I have some little top dressings I want to do, and even some leaf cleaning. So I figured I could do that, sit down and catch up with you a little bit. It hasn't been too long since I did a Q&A, but since the last one I have moved and we hit 20,000 subscribers. So I just wanted to kind of slow it down for a minute and just talk with you a little bit. We'll get some stuff done. It'll be good. Okay, I actually got way more questions than I remembered getting, so we're just gonna try to breeze through a majority of them. The first question is, and I've talked about this a little bit before, what started your passion for plants? I have definitely mentioned this, but I grew up in a very naturey, not really upstate New York, but upstate from the city, so I just say upstate New York in the Hudson Valley. And I was just always surrounded by nature. Hiking was a really popular thing to do. And then when I moved to the city and to college, I started incorporating a bit more plants into my lifestyle. I always had a few plants here and there, but that's when I started taking it seriously. It was just a nice way to bring routine and a little sense of home and comfort and just personality into my ever-changing living situation. I have to say that during this move, I am so thankful to have my plants to lean on quite a bit, because this place was feeling very overwhelming to me. It was such a big change. It's the nicest place I've ever lived. It's one of the biggest spaces I've ever had to myself. I include Jonah in that. I mean, it's a good adjustment, but it was one that I had to do. So plants have helped me enormously in this very transitionary phase of my life. I am clinging onto them. They are familiar to me, and I'm just super grateful for them right now. That's why I got into plants, but it still holds true today. They're kind of grounding for me in a sense. By the way, I am repotting this rickrack cactus right here that had root rot with this rickrack cactus that my friend picked up for me. Very nice of him. And I'm just gonna repot them together into this little shallow, I wanna say 6-inch pot, because their root systems aren't super deep, so that's gonna be perfect for them. Dea asks, favorite planty spot in the new place? And someone else asked a similar question. What is your favorite thing about the new place? I'll kind of answer them together. My favorite planty spot is obviously the plant room. This is a absolute dream come true for me. I cannot believe that I have such a space. I really do not. It is basically a Good and Planty studio / plant / home office, and I can't believe I have this space. So this is definitely my favorite planty spot. Another huge bonus of this house that kind of answers the second question. What really sold this house to me and Jonah almost immediately, now I can tell a little bit more about it, but basically we toured this house and we were kind of yeah, this is really, really nice. We're gonna talk about it amongst ourselves and then get back to you, because we weren't 100% sure where the other person was. And then we went for a walk around the block and we were okay, we're applying, right? And then before the weekend even ended, we were basically signed for this house. It was love at first sight, and honestly what it is all of this outdoor space. We have 4 outdoor spaces in one house. I think that speaks for itself, especially as someone who thrives outside with nature and planty business. Hands down, this is a plant person's ideal house, I would say, and one that I never thought I would have. And I will definitely be showing all of these fun little plant spaces. I have a few little planty surprises that I'll share during my home tour, which I put off a little bit because our couch is back ordered and I kind of wanted it to be a little bit more set up before I show all of you. But the couch, it might not come until like September. So I might just go ahead and do a summer plant tour a little bit, you know, before I was planning on it, because I'm really eager to show everyone the new space. And I'm also kind of like confining myself to a few rooms so that I don't spoil it all. So I would love to just, you know, get it all out there into the open so that I can freely film across the entire house. Does your family think you waste too much on plants? I'm gonna count family as Jonah here because my mom doesn't really like monitor my finances anymore. He definitely lets me do my own thing. I'm super fortunate to have Good and Planty. So Good and Planty really funds my plant stuff as well as some other stuff as well. As you know, I have like a bunch of dental problems, so it funds that. It helps with the move. He doesn't really have anything to say about it. Like sometimes he's like, are you sure you need another plant right now? And I'm like, you know what, maybe I don't. But other than that, he really like does not care, and he really supports and respects Good and Planty, not only as a hobby, but as a business of mine. You know, he is super supportive and kind of like lets me do my own thing, which I am super grateful for and fortunate as well. So, and thank you all for consistently supporting me. I have to let Jonah in. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Where was I? Do I spy a tattoo? What tattoos do you have? Oh my God, someone cares about my tattoos? I only have a few. I definitely want more. Whatever, I'll share what tattoos I have first. I have this 6 on my wrist. I have a matching 6 with my best friend from our trip to Toronto. I have this scorpion tattoo because I'm a Scorpio, and also I got this at the same time I got this. This is when Drake's Scorpion album came out. I know that's a little corny, please. So I have a scorpion here, and then instead of its tail, it's like a little rose. This tattoo is the tea flower, Camellia sinensis. I should know that. But this is like the plant that all tea comes from. What else? Oh, I have, is it this ear? What ear is it? I have this tattoo. Is it focusing? I have this tattoo, and that is me and my sister's birth flowers like crisscrossed. And then my first tattoo ever was actually this Russian saying, "Каждому свою." I have a really American accent in Russian. I asked for my mom's help on my first tattoo. I wanted it to have something to do with my Russian roots. The Russian equivalent to each their own, which is like definitely something I keep in mind in my day-to-day life. It kind of like keeps me from being judgmental in most situations. That's my little tattoo tour. I definitely want more. I want a bit of like a sleeve thing going on, but I used to want a botanical sleeve because obviously I think I've seen it on so many other people and I think it looks amazing. It looks great. I have no problem with that, but I think that I've just seen it so often that I don't want it on myself and to get tired of it. I think I want to try to take a little bit more of like an original, I feel like weird saying that, not original, but like maybe unique to me take, mixing it up a little bit, I'll say. So I'm still trying to figure out the vision, I guess. And then also, tattoos are really expensive. And that's not really where I put a lot of my already fairly sparse disposable income. It usually goes towards like plants or, you know, YouTube equipment, or now the house. That wasn't really part of your question, but how is the subscriber plan doing? She's right here. Ta-da! She lost a few leaves actually during the move. She's very used to being in the Mars Hydro grow tent. When she got switched to like central air with very low humidity, she didn't like it that much and she did lose a few leaves. She's doing pretty good. She's doing pretty good. Okay, this is done. I think it's looking really cute. I have a few of the longer pieces out here. It'll probably like hang over this way. Sorry that you can't see this board. I need to like set this up better, maybe get like a little table or a bench or something so that you can see when I do repots. But now I'm gonna top fill a few plants. Like this one fell over in the move and is missing a bunch of soil, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. Nothing really that interesting. This is a Syngonium erythrophyllum. Beautiful red backs. What's your favorite song from Inside, the Bo Burnham special? And are you excited to see it in theaters with me? First of all, obviously I'm excited to see it in theaters with you. This is my friend. And my favorite song? God, I don't remember like off the top of my head. Let me like pull up the playlist. Welcome to the Internet is a great one, but All Eyes on Me made me cry. I feel like I have to give it to All Eyes on Me just from the emotional impact of that. And if you could never have to deal with one pest again, which would it be? I think I would say spider mites, just because they bite. Like they can bite you, they can bite your pets. Not to scare anyone, like that's not like a huge, that's if your infestation is pretty serious. I just don't like the thought of it, and I really don't like the webbing. I don't like how easy they transfer from plant to plant because they crawl like fairly fast. It kind of disgusts me a little bit. What is your job outside of YouTube? I've mentioned this before, so I won't go super into it, but I do work in digital marketing, which helps me a lot with running YouTube and managing multiple social media accounts. But do I love digital marketing? Absolutely not. I am putting the work in to make YouTube at least my part-time job, if not eventually my full-time job, because this is where my heart and passion is. It's with plants and content creation and all that kind of stuff. Have you thought about getting another dog? Sorry if this is overstepping. I appreciate you saying that, but I'm pretty open about a lot of things. So as a lot of you may know, Meek no longer lives with us. If you want more information on that, I have a post in the community tab. We definitely do want to adopt a dog again down the line. I might as well just say that right now because, you know, you'll probably see that process whenever we decide to do it. Definitely not anytime in the near future. We are still adjusting with the move and getting financially settled, emotionally settled, figuring out a routine, the whole thing. So we're not rushing into it, and also I'm still really dealing with not having Meek anymore. I check in with the staff all the time. Like I am very emotionally involved with him, so I kind of also need some time to process that situation. But yes, I am a huge dog lover, I'm a huge dog person, but we are taking our time with that. Meek is doing really great, by the way, if anyone is curious. I wanted to clean the leaves on this ZZ Raven. It is crusty. I don't know if you can see that. I'm wearing gloves because microfiber freaks me out. What's one of your wish list plants that you can never find anywhere? I have not been actively plant shopping at all. I just don't have the money, as I've like talked about like 50 times. This move was incredibly expensive. I say that to say I don't know what's particularly hard for me to find right now because I'm not actively looking. However, I will say I have been trying to get the Syngonium batik and the Syngonium Steiermarkii. Those are two Syngoniums that I have been wanting for a really long time, and particularly the Steiermarkii, I just cannot find anywhere. Okay, we have this clean baby, looking sparkly and good. And then the ZZ Raven looks a whole lot better too. These were two plants. I need to dust all of them, but these were just particularly disgusting plants. Okay, so that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe to my channel if you aren't already and you want to see more Planty content from me. Below in the description box are a bunch of links and ways that you can support me and my channel. If you want to, it is greatly appreciated. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!